Hello everyone! Today let's explore episode 3. And I must say, the trivia in this episode is very thick, just like the Viridian forest. Yes, the Viridian forest. Because Ash and Misty stayed in that forest for 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. That's very huge. We cannot imagine staying 2 weeks in a forest. So let's dive in and explore it together. Before we begin, I have discussed episode 1 and episode 2 in depth. I highly recommend watching those videos first to maintain continuity. Also, don't miss my videos where I explain the meanings of the Japanese names of our main Pokemon characters, along with some interesting differences between the English and Japanese dubbing. And yes, personally, I have a love-hate relationship with 4Kids. But we will save that discussion for another time. Now, without further delay, let's begin. But before that, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates from my channel. Like, share, comment if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to share it with fellow Pokemon fans. Let's get started. Pokemon Indigo League Episode 3. Ash catches a Pokemon. Original Japanese title, I got a Pokemon. Yay! I got a Pokemon! Caterpie is the first Pokemon Ash ever caught. So Ash loves it a lot. I really was very sad when Butterfree left. But I was very happy when it returned. At least we saw the final glimpse of Ash and Butterfree getting united. And we fans also love them because we are so emotionally connected to it. Caterpie is also our first Pokemon, right? Symbolism. Caterpie represents Ash himself. Small, underestimated, but with big dreams of becoming something greater. Ash's characterization. Ash catches Caterpie almost by luck and clumsiness, not skill. Pseudo, the official head scriptwriter of Pokemon, stresses this, showing Ash as an unrefined rookie. He is not portrayed as talented, but as someone who has to stumble his way to success. He wanted Ash's first caught Pokemon to be weak and underestimated, like Caterpie, not something flashy, like Pikachu or Charmander. His philosophy was, Pokemon's worth comes from growth and bonds, not strength at capture. Takeshi Shudo's interpretation. Ash's style of turning his hat was a way for him to psych himself up and look cool, almost like a little ritual to boost his confidence. And indeed, Ash, the style of the way Ash turns his hat is still our favorite. It's because of that only we fell in love with Ash. Nothing just Pokeshipping moments in the entire episode. Oh god, there are very many Pokeshipping moments throughout the Pokemon series. If I name them, it will get many years to finish. Actually, Pokemon Season 1 was the best ever because Ash expresses himself openly. There is livelihood in the characters and they were all so funny and made us so happy. We got a good animation and art style now, but we lost the essence, the happiness of seeing Pokemon that it was once. Really, Pokemon lost this charisma after Season 5. Misty's Fear. The official novel of Pokemon suggests a bug phobia is tied to childhood trauma. It is not explained in depth why the exact reason behind it, what's the story, but the writer mentioned it. Pseudo liked inserting darker psychological undertones for the character. Really, I must say, if Takeshi Shudo had continued to write the novel, he sure would have explored why Misty had bug phobia. Dialogue localization. Misty's bug fear was softened in Japanese. She says things like, I'm not good with bugs. The original Japanese dialogue is Mushiga. In the dub, it was exaggerated a lot. Oh, gross! Keep that thing away from me. This made Misty look meaner in English than in Japanese. Yes, I also felt very sad when Misty disrespected Caterpie. But if we think properly, we can understand that Misty was just being open, straightforward. She was an extrovert since beginning. But she later felt very sad about what she did and realized that she must have not spoken like that harshly. Misty is feared by bugs. It's carrots. capsicum. It's so relatable for many. Actually, Misty represents the fears of humans in real life. That's why we feel so connected to Misty, and that's why Misty is forever my best character in the whole anime. Not only Pokemon, but including all the other animes. Misty is forever my favorite. If you observe the OG series till season 5, Ash is a born roaster. He is the roasting master. He roasted Misty like anything. Even before we knew what roast meant, he was roasting like anything. Oh, Ash is so jealous of Misty because of Pikachu. Do you know what? Pikachu loves Misty a lot. He literally hugs her whenever he meets her. Truly, we have also learned many times that Pokemon actually represents the trainer's emotions. So that means Ash also is very comfortable with Misty. That's why also Pikachu is so comfortable with her. If you observe Pikachu, he will never ever goes with other Pokemon girls like he goes to Misty. During initial episodes only, Misty and Pikachu had such a lovely bond. They are the best. And I must say, Pikachu is also the OG Pokeshipper. He's like a bridge between Ash and Misty. Many misunderstood Misty. I see comments that Misty was a stalker. And I must defend her that Misty's character has various emotional layers, which many misinterpreted. Misty already had no family. She was abandoned. So since childhood, she has the fear of losing things. And she has no parents to get a new cycle. She has to deal with various problems daily because she has no support. So please don't hate Misty. Try to understand her, please. And do you know? If you had played Pokemon games, then you will understand this. In Pokemon games, in the Pokemon world, do you know how much one bicycle costs? It costs more than 1 billion Pokédollars. Can you imagine it? It must be so hard for Misty, right, to gather up all that money to buy one bicycle. You have to understand the emotions behind it. And what's wrong in Misty doing that? Misty, if in real life also, if someone damages our thing, we will take compensation, right? We will not leave that person until he compensates us. So like that only, Misty wants compensation from Ash. What's wrong in that? Mature up, guys. If you want to hate a character, don't bring unnecessary reasons and downgrade a character. It's wrong. Please change your perspective. But we must agree to the fact that this bicycle made a forever powerful best friendships ever in the whole Pokemon history. These two are the best pair. They were natural, made us to laugh, cry, and importantly, these two made our childhood the best. Caterpie's emotions. Suda describes Caterpie as lonely but hopeful. It dreams of flying in the sky like butterfly, contrasting with its weak worm-like form. This mirrors Sudo's views of Pokemon as being with deep feelings, not just tools. The nighttime, dream under the stars, scene with Caterpie and Pikachu is one of the first fully atmospheric quiet scenes in the anime. The Japanese staff specifically inserted a long pause with subtle background music. But you all know, in the English dub, 4Kids shortened pauses and used lighter BGM, reducing the emotional heaviness. This was the common issue. 4Kids thought Western children would lose attention if things got too quiet. Pokemon language is not universal. Sudo clarifies that Pokemon don't actually understand each other's words unless they have spent time together. Each Pokemon's cries are like a different language. Pikachu doesn't literally understand Caterpie's words, but it can sense feelings, emotions, and intent. That's why they interact with each other so beautifully throughout the night. This is why Pikachu could get Caterpie's dream even if not word for word. What Pikachu actually understood that night was Caterpie's longing and sadness about being weak, and its hope of becoming strong and flying like butterfly. Sudo paints it as an almost melancholic moment, much deeper than the anime's cute version. Their communication is imperfect, but their emotions bridge the gap, which is why strong trainer Pokemon bonds exist. And do you know, in the novel, this sequence is written very beautifully. Pikachu notices another Pichu or Pikachu, and the other wild Pokemon don't welcome them because they think trainers Pokemons are enemies for them. They will lose their center, so they won't talk with the Pokemons who are caught. They look them as strangers. We can understand that Pokemon have feelings too. Misty actually feels very bad by her actions. See, Pidgeotto is actually eating a worm. A worm? Not only, but in many episodes they have shown scenes like this. By this we can understand in Pokemon world, normal animals also live. And I also remember reading in the novel that along with Pokemon, natural animals also live together, balancing each other out. They coexist with the Pokemon. So that's why we see many brief references of animals shown in the Pokemon episodes. But later on, they completely removed this idea after Takeshi Sudo left the Pokemon. But it was awesome, right? Seeing the animals and Pokemon coexist. See, even Pikachu is a lot more smart than Ash because it knew type disadvantages. That's why he's shocked to see he uses Caterpie to battle against Pidgeotto. Misty here again slaps Ash, and it got deleted in English. But many people criticize Misty's action. But I must say, Ash deserved each and every slap because in episode 1, Ash was reckless and landed into a problem by his own foolishness. And in this episode 2, even a child can tell that birds eat bugs. But stupid Ash did not even know the basics. He is just overconfident, boastful of himself towards Misty. He did not even realize his mistakes, did not apologize to Caterpie. Rather, he was full on himself, showing pride that he caught Pidgeotto by battling it. So, Misty did not do anything wrong here. She was just bringing Ash back to his senses. Catching Pidgeotto was Ash's first ever battle, and Pikachu's first ever listened to Ash in a battle. Ash's posing style are always the best moments ever. Pidgeotto's catch. The novel emphasizes how reckless Ash was. In reality, a rookie trainer shouldn't be able to catch such a strong Pokemon so early. Sudo points out that this makes Ash look lucky, not skilled. In the games, you usually catch Pidgey early, not Pidgeotto. The anime staff wanted Ash to look lucky and also show a more impressive bird Pokemon on screen. Like since Pidgey looks so small and plain for TV. They want, I must say, makers want more marketing so that they can attract more kids. Sudo noted in this novel that this was unrealistic for a rookie trainer, but it was chosen visually. Everyone be serious. Ash, as Misty is teaching Ash the basics. She's the only girl in the entire series showing a female companion guiding Ash, because from age onwards, Ash was the one who was guiding other Pokegirls. We can see Misty's importance in the anime. She's shaping Ash to make him more aware. She was the base foundation for Ash. We see Ash as a hero, role model, because it's all because of Misty's teachings. Isn't Misty the best ever written character? She's the leader. She's a motivator. This is Ash's official first battle against Team Rocket. Now, if I bring Team Rocket's name here, then it will be a mistake from my side if I don't remember Raquel Release and James Cut, because they were the voice actors for James, Meowth and Jessie. You will be getting shocked if you know that Jessie's and Misty's voice actor were both the same, that is Raquel Release. Did you ever notice this? No, because she has wonderfully voice acted for both Jessie and Misty. Not even a single scene where we got suspected that both were given the same voice. And I must say, Raquel Release is my favorite voice actor in the entire anime world, because I adore Raquel Release a lot. Misty, Jessie are just my favorite characters. Both are very strong women, a powerful voice, and she gives life to those characters. That's why Raquel Release is forever my favorite. I miss them. And recently, we lost both Raquel Release and James Cut. And I must say, Team Rocket forever took a final blasting off again to the heaven. Miss you, Raquel, Ellis, and James. Cut. Thank you for the memories. You made our childhood memorable. And James cut. No word, because he has dubbed for James me out, and we never got any clue of that. He even dubbed for Gary, Professor Oak too, and we never ever noticed it. Ever. They are the legends. In this scene, we can see how Ash relies on Misty. He trusts her. He gives Pikachu to Misty to look after him. We can understand that Ash truly believes Misty, and he knows that she even she respects and loves Pokemon. And this is very rare moments in the anime. Believing a character so soon, it's very difficult. And Misty is one of those characters who are very dependable. This shows that Ash has high hopes and trust on Misty. Misty caring for Pikachu is the best. She treats every Pokemon like us. We love you, Misty. You can see in every episode that she has a beautiful bond with every Ash's Pokemon. And Ash's Pokemon too love her. You can see that in Journeys, aim to be a Pokemon master, how Rowlet immediately sits over the head of Misty and calmly sleeps with comfortably. This shows Misty is a wonderful girl. We understood that in the Pokemon world, people don't fight physically. They instead use their Pokemon as if their Pokemon gets defeated, then they will admit their defeats and goes away. Isn't this so cool? Pokemon just faints after a battle. They won't die. Wish even in real life, it was like this. We got to know that during initially the rules was using one Pokemon at a time in a battle, but the makers introduced double battle in Generation 2. Actually, this was a rule written in the Pokemon guide or in the official Pokemon League book that in a battle only one Pokemon must be used. But in Johto onwards, they have changed. Caterpie is battled with Ekans or coughing. In the novel, Caterpie is terrified but pushes past fear to protect Ash. Sudo uses this to highlight Pokemon loyalty and the emotional bonds that are more important than battle stats. Sudo's novel makes it clear Caterpie is more heroic than Ash here. Without Caterpie's courage, Ash wouldn't have survived Team Rocket's attack. Caterpie's string shots made all Pokemon mummies. How come Pidgeotto has a bandage upon its back? Oh, those times were the best. Pokemon was something else before. Caterpie, heads up to you. You proved that we should never underestimate tiny things because they can become dangerous if needed. This is one of the strong lessons we learned through Pokemon. Theme of evolution. Caterpie's evolving into Metapod symbolizes growth through hardship. Sudo frames it as the metaphor for Ash's journey from weak beginnings, gradual transformation, eventual maturity. From a marketing or game tie-in perspective, Caterpie was chosen because it evolved quickly, good way to demonstrate evolution to viewers early. Its line, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfly, it's one of the simplest in Gen 1. It shows kids that even big Pokemon can become strong, reinforcing the RPG mechanic. Caterpie to Metapod was the first on-screen Pokemon evolution in the anime history. Hooray! The writer and animators deliberately pushed this early to teach kids the concept of evolution, since it was the center to the game mechanics. In Japan, they even promoted this episode in magazines as the first Pokemon evolution. And here one thing I must stress out. Pokemon actually never really focused on anime. They used anime as a promotional tool to promote Pokemon games and their merchandises. Here, finally Misty acknowledges Caterpie. By this we can understand that Misty is not at all bad. She has fears. She even cared for Caterpie and Pidgeotto during their battle and was very nervous and prayed for them. Many think or till now believe that the events of episode 3 happened in a single day. But from Sudo's description, Ash and Misty are implied to have spent around 2 to 3 days together by the time of the Caterpie to Metapod to Butterfree events. if Serena gets to know about this, then she will get super jealous with stomach burning. Because in one episode, Serena takes Ash for shopping for half a day and starts to daydream that she and Ash has gone for a date. But Ash did not saw it that way. Dating must come from two sides. But here, she starts imagining things. But Ash and Misty spent together only two of them. That too, only two of them in that dense forest 24/7 for whole 2 weeks. That's it, everyone. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, then do comment on this, like, share and subscribe to my channel.